Good evening, viewers, ladies and gents, farmers, aspiring farmers, and the youth as well. Thank you so very much for making time to join us right here at Kenya's Gold on this very last day of the week and also the last day of the month of October. Now, we are going to be closing this month with an absolute bang here on the program. Najua kawaida hapa Kenya's Gold mezoea kuona wanyama kama ng'ombe, kama kuku, nguruwe, sheep, and all that kind of animals that we do get in the farm. However, today the show is going to be a bit different kwa sababu mtakuwa mnaona elephant pale, buffalo pale, lion pale. All the big five animals will be on the program today. A very good evening, viewers. Thank you so very much for making time to join us from whichever part of the country or the world that you are watching us from. And best believe we do have a great show lined up for you today. Now, in case you're wondering, lion, elephant, wanaingililiana aje na mambo ya ukulima, you get to find out from our feature starting now. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Violet Sangina, or the International Mkulima. Now, one thing about us right here at Kenya's Gold is the fact that we take our farmers seriously and their problems become our problems. Now, recently, tulienda tukasikiza ground and we found out that human-animal conflict is one of the main challenges that our farmers in different regions are facing. Take a listen to this.
Yes, they're very big.
Right.
Anaweza kudondosha mti wenye umri wa miaka 400, 500 kwa hiyo nguzo ambayo imesimama kwa kuwekeshwa na zege kidogo kwake ni anasukuma tu.
Alright. Yes. Na wakikuja wanaweza kuja kama wangapi kwa shamba? Jinsi
wanavyokuja makadirio yetu ni tembo 15 mpaka 20.
Lakini pale kwetu shida kubwa, changamoto ni mnyama tunamuita kikwetu dhero. Ama kwa Kiswahili huyu nyani mdogo, velvet monkey. Huyu ndiye anatukulia malisho yetu yote, ukipanda mahindi pale, ukipanda avocado.
Now, what are the solutions to that? I'm here to let you know that there is hope because Kenya Wildlife Service wamekuwa wakiweka mikakati na miundo msingi kuhakikisha that wakulima and our animals can coexist in the same environment. Come along with me. Let us find some officers and members of the community right here in Tsavo East National Park, and they will be shedding more light on how they have managed to coexist with the wild animals. Come, let's go. So we are finally inside the park right here at Tsavo East National Park, and we are joined by Mr. Gilo Arero.
Thank you.
How are you?
Fine.
Thank you so very much for making time to be with us today.
Yes.
And I just want you to start by introducing yourself.
Thank you very much. My name is Gilo Arero. I am the Senior Assistant Director in charge of Tsavo Conservation Area. Tsavo Conservation Area consists of Tsavo East National Park, Tsavo East National Park, Chulu, and some other communities lands, Kitui National Reserve. The total number of acreage is like 42,000 square kilometers.
So when we were just taking a walk up, uliniambia usipite hapa kwa sababu kuna watoto pale.
Exactly.
Would tell me why?
Because elephants, when they have these kids, they are very, very aggressive. Because they tend to protect the young ones from enemies. So we are not supposed to come very, very close to them. So we need to watch it from far, just to ensure that everything is okay. Even the safety of that young calf is okay.
Right. And when we're talking about the national parks that we have here in Kenya, tayari umetuambia the beauty of Tsavo. But how many do we have in the country?
We have 23 national parks and we have 28 national reserves, which is being run by KWS.
Right.
Under steward leadership of our able Professor Rastas Kanga.
We also do have so very many animals in these parks, and they're close to the communities.
Of course.
And one of the biggest challenges that has been there, Neo, human-animal conflict. Ni kama tunavurugana kidogo. Just give us a bit of a history on how that has progressed over time, and you being part of the KWS team, how are you supporting the communities when it comes to controlling human-animal conflict?
Thank you very much. Behind our scene here, this is what they call the coexistence. You can see the zebras there, you can see the antelopes there, you can see the elephants there. This is what we call coexistence. So even the human beings and the wildlife is supposed to be coexisting like this. For example, the issue of the human-wildlife conflicts, I think, is a hot topic. But for us as KWS, I think we have now managed, especially in these areas, Taita is one of the hottest human-wildlife conflict areas over the years. But for the last 1.5 years, we have now, the conflict has now gone down by almost 70%. The reason, number one, we have done what we call boreholes. We have done dams inside the protected areas. And above all, we've made what we call the fences, which now protect the animals from moving from the protected areas and outside areas. Right. So as a result of this also, the communities who are living outside the protected areas, who are our neighbors, they also benefited. Because like this year alone, KWS has spent 200 million to construct a fence of 27 kilometers, which is from Mwatate up to Kasigau. Right. We have also done some CSI, it's called Corporate Social Initiatives. We have done a rehabilitation of a wall primary school in a place called Maktau. We have done a project in Jipe. Jipe is also our neighboring neighbors down there in the southern part of the South Savo-West National Park. We've built two classrooms. We've done a perimeter wall for the students who are schooling there because they are neighboring the protected areas. Above all, we have also done the provision of water for the communities outside protected area. For example, we have dug like 4 boreholes within Savo Conservation Area.
The fences.
Yes.
Ukuta mtu anajua ukuta ni gani na inasaidia aje. Fences, there are different types of fences. So what kind of fences are you working with?
Yes, they are electrical fences. In each fences we have put something what you call butterflies. They are a bit extended. So when the elephants come across it, then it will give a small hit so that they cannot kill the elephant. At the same time, it does not allow elephants to go outside.
And as other farmers around the regions, when they're trying to protect themselves, are they allowed to go ahead and put electrical fences for themselves, or how do you work together with such farmers when they're trying to protect their farms from wild animals?
Actually, what we normally do, they are allowed outside the protected area, they are allowed to do their own fences, but most of the times we have what we call seminars. We also talk to them. We have what we call community awareness. We have the department in KWS which deals with purely on the issue of human-wildlife conflicts, not the community issues. So in that cases, we also have what we call the barasas. We have barasas from one villages to other villages, especially for those guys who are living adjacent to the national park. Right. Most of these farmers are advised to keep beehives. You know, the elephants are afraid of the bees. Right. So when it comes near to the beehives, then it will make them to run away. Right. So as a result of this, the communities are educated about this, and they are embracing it very well. So far, do you have members of the community? Yes, we are having that. We are having that, and we are going to go to one of the areas to show you how these things are being done. Like this elephant here, itoke itembee ijikute kwa shamba ya mkulima hapa ama nyumba ya mtu hapo kwa community. What do you advise that person to do first before KWS wafike pale? Actually, we have given them what they call a toll station number. We have the toll station number, especially for those guys who are living around the protected areas. We have advised them not to chase away the elephants, but instead to call the expert, because we are the experts. Right. We know how to handle the situation. Right. Actually, we have divided the areas according to the risks that are seen in those areas. Right. So therefore, we have the team on the ground always. Right. KWS, we work with committees, we work with stakeholders. For example, in Savo Conservation areas, we have different stakeholders that we work with. We have the Shedrick Trust, Shedrick Wildlife Trust, we have the Savo Trust, we have the Wildlife Works, and we have the CISOs. Right. Yes. So talk to us about technology advancement that KWS is also putting in place to help in monitoring and also just keeping an eye on the animals and their coexistence with the members of the community. We have what you call translocations. Sometimes when these animals are, for example, the population has increased, so to agent the population, sometimes we what we call collaring. Because we normally what you do, we don't do what you call dating. We do the dating, and then we put the we put a radio, HFC, to monitor the movement of these animals.
Right. So you put in all the animals?
Not
or
all
how
of
does
them,
it work?
no. Mostly we put on rhinos
Right.
during the translocations
Right.
for the purpose of monitoring them
Right.
after release to other areas.
Right.
Yes.
So let's talk about climate change.
Yes,
and how it has contributed to human-animal conflict and the kind of sensitization you're giving members of the community to understand climate change and how they can coexist with these animals.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Actually, those are one of the areas that, one of the challenges that we are facing. This is a reality. It's all over the place. For example, even in the national park sometimes, most of the time the rain fails. If the rain fails, then this animal will go out to look for a greener pasture where they can get water and everything. For the parks, I think we have tried to sustain them because we have dug boreholes and dams. So what I'm encouraging the community is that we are encouraging them to plant the trees as instructed by His Excellency the President, the issue of the 15 billion trees, which will now act which will help in future on the issue of the climate change. I also advise the community from cutting the trees. We know sometimes people are doing this because of the poverty level. So what we normally do, we look for what we call the alternatives and things of doing other things. Instead of cutting the trees, then we are going to provide them with beehives.
Right.
So that it can be also an alternative livelihood for them. Yes.
So which animals are the most notorious ambao utasikia members of the community wana complain, wanakuja kila wakati? Unajua si mtu atakwambia oh crocodile was in my farm.
Yes.
Which are the ones ambazo utazisikia sana, and also the effort that you're putting on those specific ones because you know these are the ones that are affecting the members of the community
Exactly.
most.
We have elephants are the most notorious animals. You know, these things are just like human beings. Elephants are very, very clever compared to other wild animals. So elephants are the ones which move, for example, for some time, especially in the areas like when there's shortage of maybe food, they tend to move outside the protected areas. So what you normally do is not all the elephants that go outside. We have what we call the rogue. It's just like human beings. Even human beings, we have an individual who can be notorious. So what we normally do in such case, as KWS, what we normally do, we do what we call translocation. We move them from the air high concentration of human beings, then we'll take it to other parks, the other areas where human beings are a bit far from them. Actually, the number of elephants are increasing. Increasing now. From the last census that we have done, the preliminary results show that we are now up by almost 4,000.
Right.
What does this entails? It means elephants are living peacefully. Elephants, there are no poaching. The grass are available. Everything's available.
Yes.
So that's why you see the population is going up.
Right. So there are those who might want to kill these wild animals the moment they are attacked. And I know you're very heavily against that. But maybe you can pass that sensitization on why we should not kill these wild animals when they come to us. And at the same time, kuna mtu atasema basi sisi wanatuua. Humtaki tuwaue, but they're killing us as human beings.
I say this again. The issue of poaching, I think you know what happened in the in the year 1970s. We have like 40,000 elephants here in Tsavo National Park. What happened? Almost poaching was about to wipe out the whole population. But what we have done as KWS, we have put in place enough personnel. Now, as we're speaking, we have enough personnel who are trained on how to handle the issue of the human-wildlife conflicts.
In case they cause damage to human beings and to their farms, is there a compensation plan that the farmers need to follow? Please talk to us as KWS, tusikie saizi, tujue what to do.
The process is this: in case you've got damage, your property has been damaged by elephants, then we have what we call the committees. We have what we call the compensation committees.
Right.
First, you report to KWS. Once you report to KWS, then we have our teams on the ground. They go and verify the report is correct. When that is done, then we have the committees. The committees comprises of the county commissioner, who is the chairman of the county compensation committee. And then we have the county police commander. We have the county veterinary officer. We have the KWS assistant director in charge of committee, who will also act as a secretary. And then we have the medical doctor, in case of injuries. So each and every committee play a vital role.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So those are the processes that we go. The one that is being done, then the form is filled at KWS. Then the KWS secretary will, no, not the KWS, the chairman will convene the meeting. Then they look at all the documents if they are okay. Once they are verified, then it is forwarded to KWS. Then from KWS, we forward it to ministry, because the responsibility of paying the damages is not for KWS.
Yes.
That is properly the role responsibility of our Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife.
But one thing we were making clear is the compensation for snake bites.
No, that is not there. It was
that one is not there.
And we don't have the responsibility, because that is the sole responsibility of the members of the parliament.
Right.
They are the ones who said snakes are not compensated. So unless or until that time, when they say again, we have allowed the compensation for the snakes.
Snake bites.
So I'm very sorry to say this, but we are not compensating snakes and even monkeys.
Right.
Yes.
So we saw a story the other day that a lady was keeping a cheetah for like 2 years, alafu ikachukuliwa. So in case I find a small one, niamue kuiweka kama pet, that is not allowed.
Not, unless you are, we have to go to the license department in KWS. Once you want to keep those animals, you go to our license departments.
Right.
Unless you are authorized.
Right.
If you'll be seen with that, that's an illegality. That's an illegality. Even ostrich oil, people tends to keep owls. They will come to this guinea fowls. They tends to keep ostriches.
Even guinea fowls?
Yes.
I need a certain documentation.
You need a documentation from KWS.
And if I get that recommendation, can it be for any animal? Can I get it
No,
keep?
specific animals.
Right.
Specific animals, not especially not carnivorous.
So siwezi pewa nieke lion. Atanikula mimi mwenyewe. Right. So finally, as we wind up this part of the conversation, it's very possible for us and these wild animals to coexist.
Exactly. Please, just
nini imekuwa challenge? Mbona tumekuwa tukiona ni kama tuwezi ishi pamoja? Nini imekuwa shida?
The problem
ni
tamaa. Nothing else, because people tend to compete for the resources. The wild animals and the human beings are competing for the resources. These animals, they, for example, elephants knows where it has passed through the last 100 years. You know, they understand their corridors. Those corridors, they are already been taken by human settlements. So when they come out of the protected area to go to other areas, for example, like in Tsavo, the elephant in Tsavo and elephant in Kumasi in Tanzania, they are one part of each other. So this one comes here, the other one goes there, goes for breeding there, come giving birth here, go back there. So over the years, the human settlers now taken over the corridor.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
That's why almost most of the time you see the high number of the human-wildlife conflicts. This is being brought by the human settlements that has occupied the known elephant routes or the
But isn't that going to get worse, because the population is expected to grow and the land is just the same?
It's nature.
Yes.
It was brought about by nature.
Right.
So therefore we need to coexist and live so that even the communities, as I told you, they have already benefited from what we call the wildlife economy.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
They have already seen the fruits of the having
wild animals.
For example, if you go to Samburu, area like northern Kenya,
yes,
they have now started what they call the conservancies. Right. Everybody is yearning for the conservancy. Why? Because these conservancies, these animals will bring a lot of income, foreign exchange.
Right.
There are some people who are also giving some, even their farms. Somebody just say, I have donated this parcel of land to KWS for conservation.
Oh, people do that?
Yes.
In this region?
There's some individuals who have done that.
Wow.
Yes, some people have done that.
Right.
So I think that is the way to go now.
Right.
Because we cannot chase away these animals from this place. They are brought here by nature. Human beings cannot run away because we are brought here by nature. So therefore, we need to live in coexistence.
Right.
Just the way like the elephants and the giraffes and the antelopes are living together. Yeah. Look. Elephants are big animals, but they say others are small, so they are coexisting. You can't see them fighting. No. So there's no reason why we fight. As human beings, don't need why to fight. We need to coexist. We need to live together.
Right.
We need to live happily.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So once we do that, then everything will be very okay.
Great.
But unless we do that, then there will be a problem.
Right. So I want you to wind up this conversation by giving a parting shot to farmers and members of the community. I know I'll be going to the communities around here to see how the mitigation strategies by KWS has been able to support them. But just give them a parting shot. Wakulima wafanye nini ndo waweze coexist na hao wanyama vizuri kwa mashamba yao.
Exactly. Please, my request is this. Let's live in harmony. Let's live in coexistence. You know? Let's see how we are going to live together as nature brought us together. Because even before we came to on this side, the animals are there. Isn't it? Because the God has given the human beings animals to eat. So we are part and parcel of each other. So my parting shot is, let's have in harmony, let's live in harmony. Let's also encourage other people to go to what you call the conservancies, especially those guys who are living next to national parks. Let's give out, let's form a group, like 10, 4, 5, 6, 7 farmers, open up their own conservancies, so that they can do what we call ecotourism in their farms. If you go to Masai Mara, you can see that. So people come together. I come with my 10 acres, other 10 acres, 40 acres, 50 acres, depending on the shares. Then you form what you call a conservancy group. In this group now, you are going to do your roads, do your water balls. These animals are allowed to move now because it's a corridor.
Yes.
They can't, because they don't have boundaries. Animals have no boundaries. They don't know national parks.
Right.
They don't know the community land.
Right.
So they keep on moving from one place to other, depending on their comfortability.
Right.
So what I encourage the farmers or the people who are living around the protected areas, kindly come to us. We are experts in this field. We are going to give them free advice. How we are going to do this, how we are going to open a conservancy. Let's have conservancy that helps now even the community. Apart from instead of doing always farming, and then you have properties that are being destroyed by elephants, let's look for another alternative things. Alternative is what? Alternative is now to form what you call conservancy. Let's form conservancy. Let's work together. Let's be the same group in the same group.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much.
It has been a pleasure. I've learned so much, and I believe our farmers and members of the community have learned as well. Lakini sasa nataka unitembeze nione lions, nione elephants, nitaona.
Okay.
Hawataniuma?
Hawatakuuma.
Niko sawa?
Niko sawa.
Twende basi.
Thank you very much.